All right, so get this right. We're talking vintage TVs, but like also blockchain. Blockchain. For art, you wouldn't think those two things go together.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, wild, but also kind of genius. Which is why we're diving into it, obviously. Old TV vaults, it's called.
And a deep dive it is, for sure. There's layers to this.
Layers, totally.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got this artist, Juan S, and he's got this whole thing, right? He takes these huge moments in history.
Huge.
Like think, Martin Luther King, the I Have a Dream speech, the moon landing, iconic stuff.
Instantly recognizable.
Exactly. But he's not like making paintings or sculptures or whatever. He puts them on old TV screens as digital art.
And that's the hook, right? That little twist.
Right.
Because we all know those old TVs.
Oh yeah, like my grandparents had one, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It's nostalgia, but it's also kind of making a point, don't you think? Like back then, that's how you saw this stuff.
On those clunky TVs.
Right. Big event, everyone gathers around. Different world.
So he's getting at that, how different it was then.
Subtle, but yeah, I think so. It's like, he's got the grainy footage, might even make it kind of sepia toned, you know?
Yeah.
You could practically picture the wood paneled basement, the whole vibe.
Totally. Create the whole mood. But then he takes it a step further, right? Because this is digital art we're talking about.
And that's where the blockchain comes in. This is the part that might throw some people off, but stick with me. It's like he's taking these historical moments, these images, and minting them, right? Like limited edition.
Like NFTs, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Digital collectibles, but with this whole other layer of like ownership and authenticity.
Because that's the blockchain thing. Yeah.
Exactly. It's verifiable, it's secure, changes how we think about owning art.
So wait, someone could actually own like a piece of the moon landing, digitally at least.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Wild, right?
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, right? Like, does owning a piece of history, even digitally, change how you connect to it? Makes you think about the value we put on these things, tangible or not.
It's definitely different. But that's Juan S for you, right?
Yeah.
Pushing boundaries, making us think. So if we had to say, what's the takeaway here? What's he really trying to do?
He's using art and tech, these two things that don't always go hand in hand, to make a statement about how we experience history in the digital age. It's about preservation, but also, I think, about making those moments resonate.
Especially for people who, weren't around to see it all firsthand.
Exactly. It's like he's saying, hey, this mattered, and maybe it still should.
Powerful stuff. Really makes you think. So what about you listening? Would you want to own one of these digital artworks? What speaks to you about this? Let us know, and we'll see you on the next Deep Dive.